MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the New York Yankees.
And now, please welcome your...
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Yankees.
Ready for baseball here in New York. Our starter in this one, Garrett Cole.
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Freddie Freeman.
Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for two. And he's there with a leadoff double.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Man at second. Swing and a miss.
Well, he's realizing out there on the mound that he's got to settle in pretty quickly or else he's going to get hit hard in this first inning.
The strikeout and the second of the game for the Cole train.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Fought off foul. Fouled off. And they'll do it again. The 0-2. Little dribbler up along third. And that's just foul. Outside low. 1-2 to count. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Started after it. Appeal to third. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Ground ball right side. Over to Goldie. And they get Ohtani for the out. Muncy digs in. Big time power. That one fouled off. Freeman at third with two away. Swings through that one.
Good change right there. Just pulled the string.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And ball one. And now 2-2.
2-2.
And now it's 3-2, and this is a good example of the type of at-bat that Muncy can deliver. Mookie Betts in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Good battle here, about to be the eighth pitch of the at-bat. And ball four, two aboard.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
No balls, one strike.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Out towards right center field. And it falls. Throw comes into third. Pulls into third safely. As they jump ahead, a run scores.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself.
One ball, one strike.
And a swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that'll do it. One run in the inning, but they lead two. On to the back here with my pal Siggy. Starting on the mound in this one, Shohei Ohtani. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And that's a little bit high. Ball one. Ohtani in his 8th season, 30 years old now. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Grounds one to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Yeah, that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Got him. One away.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Judge.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. That's in there.
We all know Yankee Stadium is a great place for Judge to hit home runs. In fact, his coaches joke and say he can sneeze one out to right. Well, the scary part is,
and that one gets away at the plate. And now a man into scoring position.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
And Judge spoils that one. Runner at second here, one gone.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen. It just didn't look like he understood the situation.
Cody Bellinger at the plate with 2 away. Swings through that one. Not even close there. And the count is 1-1. Volpe on at second with 2 down. So now 1-2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter
fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So they can't do anything with the leadoff. All set for the start of the inning. And here's the catcher, Will Smith. Cole back to work. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Next offering is fouled back. Gets a piece and stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, they get the strikeout there, and what kind of stood out to me was that they weren't shying away from contact. Every single pitch was in the strike zone, and that tells me they wanted to attack him, and it paid off.
And here is Michael Conforto. Line to left, and foul ball. Ground ball left side, and that's a fair ball. So a man at first, digging in, Tommy Edman. Double play ball to second. Boots it. He's safe.
Looked to me like he got on the side of the ball a little too much right there. Maybe a little too casual as well with the throwing motion. And when you don't stay on top of the ball and really get out front and finish with a good release point, it's very easy to lose control of it to either side.
Woody Keller making the calls behind home for us today.
And Boog, something to keep an eye on is how pitchers utilize the top part of the strike zone. You see a lot more of that in today's game with pitchers going up there with hard stuff. Keller, definitely an umpire that isn't afraid to call strikes up in that part of the strike zone.
And up next for Los Angeles, Hesung Kim. And that drops in for a strike. And that's a strike.
Man, I'm pretty impressed out there on the mound right now. I mean, these are tough spots where...
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Dodgers strand a couple, but they still lead it 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, they're standing now.
The designated hitter, Giancarlo Stanton.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
0-1.
This to third, and it goes just foul. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
And the 1-0. And that is out of play. All right, Singer, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And that one almost hit him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ground ball to the right side. Handles, throws to first, and that quickly 2 away. Here is Goldschmidt. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. 2 outs, base is empty. Swinging a foul straight back. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3 up, 3 down. Top half of the 3rd inning, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. Swings here and blasts one left field, and in one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Muncy in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And he takes a strike. One thing with Max Muncy, and it'll be interesting to see what he throws here. He hammers the fastball. Ohtani at second with nobody out. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Finished him off by blowing it by him up high, but they did a really nice job of setting that pitch up. The plan of attack early on was to keep everything down around the knees. So that was a good call to change his eye level and run it by him for the K.
Here's Mookie now. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
1 strike. No.
One out and a runner at second. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. At the belt and fires. Got him looking. Make it 7 strikeouts for him. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned, and just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
Yeah, a big swing and a miss. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressive. And there's the 3rd out. That'll do it for the inning. So back here in New York, now the left fielder, Jason Dominguez. That's towards center. Edman in position. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. Oswaldo Cabrera stepping in now for the Yankees.
Cabrera.
Fly ball to right. Kim on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down. So the lineup flips over. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. A swing and a miss. And that's strike 1.
Ooh, Baya. You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's back there. And that one's gone. He sends it out of here. It's 1-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hernandez makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. The Yanks do get 1 on the solo homer. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show. Back now in the Bronx, and up to the plate is Will Smith. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Smith, a former All-Star, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Cut on and lifted in the air. Makes the grab, 1 down. The batter will be Michael Conforto. Gets the outside corner with that one.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Strikeout number 8. And here comes Tommy Edman. And that's downstairs. And that is ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1.
1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Handcuffed him with that slider. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. Offense held in check there. On now to the bottom of the 4th. All tied. Back in the Bronx, John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Aaron Judge.
Yeah, we in go mode. Going. Yeah, we in go mode. Going. We in go mode. Going. We in go mode.
Outside. And that's ball one.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Tosses across to first. And a quick out, number one. One down. Here comes Cody Bellinger. Went down on strikes his first time through. Foul ball there. One out, bases empty. That's outside. And now it's even 1-1. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Love how he let that ball travel,
Now
trusted
batting,
his
the
hands. Nice
designated
job of
hitter,
going the other way.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Runner on at first with one gone. And here is Giancarlo Stanton.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that ball is gone. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Now at the plate, Austin Wells. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Edman in position. Hauls it in for the out. And there's 2 down. And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
In the air, left field. Hernandez ranging after it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 2-run blast for the Yankees this inning. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. And we're back. There's Freddie Freeman now.
The first baseman, Freddie
Cole back to work.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
And next for L.A., Hye-Sung Kim. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, I think the key, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Foul ball still 0-2. One down, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Here's Shohei Ohtani cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. That's to third. No play. That's an infield single.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. This speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he gets.
Well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. One left for L.A. Score holds. It's 3-1. Back at Yankee
Leading
Stadium,
off
we head
for
to the
the
bottom of the
Yankees,
fifth.
the
And
left
stepping
fielder,
in for the Yankees,
Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez. Inside corner, and that's called a strike.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to
No
Yankee
ball.
Stadium. I grew up a
Strike.
Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders' inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. And that just misses. Liner snagged it first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Cabrera, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1.
No ball.
Just not
One
able
strike.
to catch up to that velocity.
In the air to left center. Hernandez grabs it on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Volpe now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there.
1-1.
And
Ball
that's
2.
off the inside edge. Ball 2. Next offering is fouled back. That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends him packing. Down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now it's Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
That's in for a strike.
You know, these Dodgers finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have 1 hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 12 strikeouts on the day.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. The Yanks up by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That's a little bit low. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, that's not the best 2-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a ground ball. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
On to Jazz, 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Alex Vesia.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Alex Vesia.
Chisholm, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Michael Grove, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Strike 2.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
The center fielder, number 35.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a fourth-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. High fly ball out to center field. Edman pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. He had a big swing back in the fourth, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Swing and a miss.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
That's to third. Muncy sends it to first, and they take care of Stanton. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the center fielder, Tommy Edman. Ground ball, Goldie. Steps on first for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Freeman, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
No strike.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-1.
1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And the next pitch is way outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. To third. Fair ball. And he can't come up with it. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Really important at bat coming up now.
Throw to first anytime.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Ohtani in the box now. Takes strike 1. And fouled off. With the tying run at the plate, here in the top half of inning number 7. Ball 1 there.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Wells gathers, goes to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. So the Dodgers lead 1, and it remains a 3-1 ball game.
Pitching for
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7, Anthony Banda.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Swinging a foul straight back. Banda, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
Got a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. Appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit, according to the electronic strike zone. But that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
And it's fouled away. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter, and I'm so glad I'm retired.
2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-2 now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Devin Williams.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
And there's the ball. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Beats him for the first out, and that completes the strikeout. Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. That one missed. And Mookie takes.
3 balls, no strikes.
He swings and fouls one off. Turns and fires to Betts. Swing and a foul out of play.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. And now Teoscar Hernandez out to short, sneaks through, base hit. So the inning is still alive with Will Smith coming to the dish.
Waste no time there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And that one fouled off. Here's your 1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their...
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1 left for LA, and they still trail it here 3-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tanner Scott.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Fly ball center field. Edman in position. And out number 1 on the grab. So up next,
Now
Anthony
batting,
Volpe.
the shortstop,
He's already homered in this
Anthony
game.
Volpe.
First
Ball
pitch
one.
misses. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Michael Grove getting ready to go. Kopech getting cranked up as well. Foul ball. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. That is strike two. The shortstop
2-2.
takes the ball. That
Full
one
count.
misses. 3-2 now. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Chisholm
No.
in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Strike one.
1-1.
That
2-1.
one not close. And that's ball two. And there's a foul ball. On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Yanks held in check. We go to the ninth, and the batter now, Michael
Leading off for
Conforto.
Los Angeles, the right fielder,
Williams
Michael
back to work.
Conforto.
There's a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him to
No
chase.
ball. 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
He's 2 outs away. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Tommy Edman. He was late there, strike
No ball.
one.
1 strike. 1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Just
No, that's
misses
the
with
ball.
that one.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That to right. Judge brings it in, and it's 2 down. So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Freddie Freeman. Ground ball to short, miss ought to do it. Throw to first, ball game. And the Yankees claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
Well, he held him down for 2 solid innings, recording 6 outs in this game. Really nice job of executing his pitches, really just playing catch with the catcher, throwing whatever was put down, and letting the defense do some work behind him.
And your final 3-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.